story of Tir and Og. Far across the sea from the west of Ireland, there is a magical place known as Tir and Og, the land of eternal youth. This is the story of how one mortal left our land for Tir and Og, and what happened when he returned. Fionn, the leader of the Fianna, his son Oisin and some other members of the Fianna were defeated in battle in the region of Dublin. Tired and dispirited, they retreated to Killarney in Kerry, a favourite place for rest and recuperation. To raise their spirits, they took their hounds out on a hunt. A young doe crossed their path and the hounds pursued it. The men followed its trail, enjoying the hunt, but suddenly a beautiful woman on a white stallion rode from the direction in which they were headed. The hounds appeared behind her, looking confused at the disappearance of their quarry. The young woman was truly a sight to behold, with a jewelled crown perched on top of her head of long golden curls, her deep blue eyes and her full lips. She had the natural grace and poise of a woman of great refinement and intelligence. Her clothes were of the finest silk, with intricate patterns of gold and silver woven into them. A sparkling brooch secured her cloak at the neck, and rings set with precious stones adorned her fingers. Even her horse had a silver crown and magnificent gold braiding about his body. The men stopped their horses, transfixed by this vision in front of them, wondering if it were real. The woman slowed her horse and spoke directly to Fionn. "I have been searching for you." Fionn found his voice after a moment. "Searching for me? You don't even know who I am. But tell me, who are you, and from where do you come? Are you of this world?" The woman shook back her hair proudly. "I am Niamh of the golden hair, and I am daughter of the king of Tir and Og, the land of youth." The men had all heard stories of this mythical place, when no one grew old, and everyone stayed young forever. They had never believed that such a place had actually existed. Fionn spoke. "Why would a woman like you leave such a heavenly place to travel across the sea to meet with us? Have you a husband? Or perhaps it is some trouble with your husband that has driven you out of your home?" "I have no trouble with my husband," she replied, "because I'm not married. Oh, there are many fine men in Tir and Og, many that have asked for my hand, but none have ever won my love. None until I came to hear of a man that lived in Ireland, a brave and handsome man, a fearless member of the Fianna, your son. I am here because I love your son, Oisin." Oisin's eyes met Niamh's, and she knew that he loved her back, knew that he could come with her, go wherever she asked him to. But Fionn spoke. "My son? But why, Niamh? Why have you come for Oisin?" Niamh smiled. "Such are the mysterious ways of love. You must surely understand that, Fionn." Fionn was silenced, for he did understand what Niamh spoke of. Oisin dismounted from his horse and approached Niamh. His hand found hers, and he looked up into her eyes. "You are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen, but I would love you even if you weren't. Now that I have met you, I understand love. There is nothing more to be done about it. I will marry you and go with you to the ends of the earth if you wish it." Oisin climbed onto Niamh's horse, and they made as if to leave, but Fionn stopped them. "But Oisin, you don't even know where you're being taken. What if it's a terrible place of suffering and want? You have a good life here. Ask Niamh to be your wife here in Ireland." Oisin looked uncertain for a moment, and Niamh spoke into his ear. "Come away with me, Oisín. Come away with me to Tirnanog. It is the most beautiful place you could imagine. We have no illness, no aging, no death. We have beautiful valleys, tall mountains, silver rivers, and luscious fruit trees. We have the finest animals you've ever seen. We have all the wine and honey we could ever want. My father is the king, and if you come and marry me, you will have people around you dedicated to fulfilling your every wish. A choir of 100 girls will sing your praises, and a band of 100 warriors will hunt with you. We will have more gold and jewels than you can imagine. You will never lose your glorious youth, but will be immortalized as the handsome warrior that you are now. You will want for nothing, Oisín, and I will love you with all my heart for all time." "And I will love you for all time," said Oisín, and he kissed Niamh for the first time. Again they began to set off, but Fionn called them back with 3 great sorrowful shouts. "Oh, Oisín, my dear son and best friend, why are you leaving me? Why? Will we never see each other again? This is too great a sorrow for a father to bear." Oisín reached out and hugged his father. Tears streamed down both men's cheeks as they parted at last. "I will come and see you again, father, I promise," said Oisín. "No matter what the cost, I will come back to visit you." The horse took them quickly to the sea, not pausing at the water's edge, but ploughing through. The waters parted for them, closing behind them as they passed. Very soon, they began to see incredible sights on all sides. They passed impossible cities, tall mountains, floating suns. They saw flying fish, creatures of incredible colours, unknown to anyone in Ireland. Oisín saw orchards of silver apple trees and fields of golden corn. The waves rose up and took on the shapes of people and places that Oisín recognized but couldn't place. At times it seemed that they were flying in the sky and the sea was above their heads. Oisín felt the